Hi, it's Colleen with Self-Discovery Through Art. And I just wanted to show you another one of my journals and how over time you can fill them up and they can travel with you to many, many places. So I started this journal, I think back in 2018, 2019 when I was in Mexico. So you're going to see a little bit of Mexico influence in here. I actually gifted this to a friend of mine down in Mexico whose birthday it was. I think I was looking at a card and trying to see what I could do with it. These were some of our friends, although, I know, we were down there for a wedding. So it was 2018. So this is them right before their wedding. I don't know if they would recognize themselves, but there they are. And that's what I want to say about journals. We're not here to please anybody. We don't even have to show anybody our journals. But as you can see, we can try all sorts of experiments with both color, shapes, imagination. And most of these, I think, are made with watercolors. And a good set of watercolors that gives density of colors. Here you can see the Mexico influence once again. And you can just see that I'm trying things wherever the mood strikes is wherever I go. And sometimes I have an intention and sometimes they're just arising out of the page. And looks like some of these I might have put a mixed media piece in. But you know what, again, I love what arises because I don't know what's going to arise. Now this one here, I had a woman that was doing some photography for me and she wanted me to try doing a portrait of her and her generations of family. And I don't do art on demand very well, but I don't think I did that bad a job. I think it kind of looks like them. And again, I'm not a portrait artist and I'm not a person that does art on demand. So this is more what I do is I try things. I let them come to me and then I try to bring them forth. And I don't know if they have a great meaning other than me following what's true, what I see on the page. I get to play with birds when they come up. Sometimes I probably look at a reference photo if I see something coming out of the paint because I'm mainly an intuitive artist. So if I see an image coming, sometimes I will look at it, go look up an image, and that's how I learn how to draw versus just, trying to draw by drawing. Now this particular image, I remember I saw it on a bookstore cover or something, and I thought, hey, I want to try that. So looking outside yourself and trying things is always fun too. Again, you can see where imagination comes in. I just show up to whatever wants to come in and through me. This has a collage image in it. These are just shapes and color here. So I do a lot of faces because that's one thing that I have learned how to create our faces. And every face is an experiment. Again, as you can see, they're all different. I don't know how to do side faces very well. I need to practice them more. I like faces with imagination, with a story that goes along with them. This one reminds me of my niece. I'm not sure she would think so, but I see a resemblance there. And I don't know, again, I don't analyze what they mean. I just show up to the page and I stay true to what I feel is wanting to come through. And in doing that, I have a lot of fun. So here's another Mexico inspired with how the birds sit up on the cactuses there. I'm just playing. And a journal like this, I think it has like 40 pages, so probably 8 pages if you're doing what I'm doing, something on each page. And so it can take a while to fill up. Sometimes, I used to sit and do one of these pages like within a day or two, or sometimes you can just do it watching TV, which is the great thing about having a smaller journal. But like I said, I enjoy personally myself these images that arise, and could I have made this up? Do these look like they come from reference photos? They're coming straight out of my imagination. So it gives you an opportunity to play imaginatively without having to have perfection. Again, trying those side faces is a task for me that I don't know how to do very well. There's a man, like some of these are new. This reminds me of a little bit of Elizabeth Warren. I'm not sure why, but kind of the Senator Elizabeth Warren. This came off one of the trips that I went to Greece. This is actually a photograph of me that I tried again to do a side photo, side portrait. And again, I don't know if I would recognize myself if someone showed me that, but it's all experimental. It's all fun. It's all done for joy. So if you can come to your art journal of I'm just going to experiment, see what happens, see what is arising. I forgot about this girl. I kind of like her. She might want to go in my Oracle deck. This was a picture of, I went to a workshop in Sedona, and this is the group at the Red Rocks, and probably none of us would recognize each other, but symbolically, that's what that represents for me. Again, you just get to try things, and isn't it magical when you look at it? In my opinion, it is a side view with glasses. And who says they have to be perfect? I mean, who's judging here? It's probably us, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So here's trying some animals that either came up on the page, or maybe I was looking at something on the page when I drew those. Some of these shapes, and I've been told like some of these shapes could be made into like shower curtains or things like that. Looks like I didn't quite finish this fish here or wherever I was going with that. But yeah, there's another journal done, and they're just done in these 40 sheets of 5.5 by 8.5. And like I said, primarily watercolor, maybe some paint pens. So get yourself one, get yourself a good set of watercolors, and have a lot of fun. Thanks.